Hey, welcome to Dejuan's Aerial Quad channel. Now, if you're a regular viewer of this channel, you've heard me talk about this particular water tower for quite a few videos. And I finally made it. This is the city of Arnold in Missouri. We are on I-55. We're just a little ways south of St. Louis. And this monstrosity of a water tower has been an icon for decades. Now, the story. This used to be this kind of pale green. If I can find a picture, I should be able to. I'll insert that here. You can see what the color used to be. But, oh gosh, about a decade ago, the city decided they wanted to paint it this nice blue and white scheme so it doesn't stick out so much and it blends in with the sky more on any kind of pleasant day. And people lost their minds. Because, yeah, it was an ugly color. The green was not, like, pleasant to look at. But it was familiar. It was comfortable. It was what we knew. And then they changed it. And it was awful. I'm pretty sure on Snapchat, there are geo filters you can add. And I'm pretty sure that in this area, you can still add one that is the old color of the water tower. It'll just slide in on the screen there, next to you on your picture. So that is the story of the Arnold water tower. Otherwise, here we are in Arnold, Missouri. It's a large town. I'll put the population up here on screen. And another big attraction. This is Walmart. Now, I'm going to look into this and see if I can find any more info to put up for you. But as I had heard it many years ago, when this was built, this was the biggest Walmart in the world. Is that still the case? I do not think so. I have no idea. But that is what I was told, that this was the world's largest Walmart. And in the area, I can definitely understand the need for such a giant one. It's a good, very good sized parking lot. You've got access to Highway 61, 67, and then you are right off the interstate as well. And you're just far enough south of St. Louis where people don't really feel like they're living in a big city. Like, this is the first town that doesn't feel like it's a big city, in my opinion. Because up north of here, you get into South County, like South St. Louis County, and everything just feels bigger, squished together, less comfortable. But not so much here in Arnold. Now, I wouldn't want to live in Arnold. I like to be out in the middle of nowhere. But a lot of people clearly do. As I mentioned in a previous video, this is the home of the Fox School District. Now, where I am set up, I'm actually kind of at the top of a hill, and I'm at the Harbor Freight Building. And what we're looking at right now is a good part of the Fox campus. So we should be able to actually see a lot of that school. We are rocking the Mini 4 Pro. I still don't have a filter because it's the same day as the last two flights. So still hashtag no filter. We're in auto settings, doing the 4K 60. The Mini 4 Pro does not disappoint. And yes, we're going to get over here into the Fox District. We have a good line of sight, so we're in good shape. So their buses, you can see how many buses they have. That's a wild amount. It's a massive school district. This right here is an event center that the school owns. Okay, and right here, this is an auditorium, and we see solar panels once again. It's called Rickman Auditorium. And it seats so over 1,000. It's a good size auditorium. Have all their concerts, plays, a lot of community events, things like that. Now we get into where I'm not as well versed in my buildings of the Fox School District, because it's one big campus. You see these interesting shaped buildings over here. They're high school and middle school, I think, are all in some ways part of this complex. And well, and I don't even know that that's true. They're middle school. They have at least two. I believe they've got several middle schools. And some are, 10 miles away. It's a big district. It's a pretty big town. You got the big old baseball field, big football field over here. A little over a mile away from the car now. Got here looks to be a practice field. Or just a good old dirt field. And another practice field, probably. Let's see, do they have end zones set up? I don't see anything. That could be soccer or football, or it's a big school. They might have lacrosse. That's not really a thing in this area, but if any school is going to have it, it would probably be Fox. They are the Warriors, or the Indians. I think they're the Indians, unless they've recently rebranded and I'm not aware of it, which is possible. Right, and then we've got the Merrimack. Or at least I'm about 90% sure it's the Merrimack. Let's see, do I have the map? Will it tell us here? Will it make me look like a fool? Tell us, map. Maybe. Pretty sure it is. This has been... the bridges here have been underwater before. And that's wild. Both, was it 2016? Somewhere around like 2016 to 2019. The Merrimack was so high that the Interstate 55 bridge was underwater. And it was almost underwater here. I had to go up to an event up in northern Missouri. And if you don't go up one of these routes, you got to really do some interesting back routing from where I am. And by the time I made it over to this bridge, you can imagine how long the line was. There was one lane each direction that they were still leaving open. Otherwise, yeah, this was also, for all intents and purposes, underwater, unpassable. So that was pretty wild. A little bit of flooding, you can imagine. What is this? This looks like we've seen down in like Bonne Terre. Almost looks like the mound of refuse from a mining operation, which may be. What do we have here? Is this water treatment? Well, I don't know. And we got some other fields here. These are not, as far as I know, these are not owned by the school, but they're maintained pretty well. There are summers, though, where this is just underwater always. At least it used to be that way. They may have done some work, fixing some of the drainage and the elevation issues, or not elevation, but there are ways of rerouting water in flood time. So hopefully they've kind of taken care of that, but that has many years been completely underwater for most of the summer. As always, appreciate Dead Armadillo Sounds for giving us something to hear when I run out of things to talk about, because I don't know everything there is to know about the town of Arnold. See, it is about 4 o'clock now on a Wednesday afternoon, so rush hour hasn't quite started. I'm hoping to get up to the Sam's Club this afternoon up in South County. That's the goal. Because they have, large quantities of good things. But yeah, all these big old stores here. I couldn't tell you what they are off the top of my head. But you never really see the top of them unless you have a drone. How many air conditioner units they have. What it takes to keep the Walmart comfortable. Somewhere along here is a Raising Cane's. There's a Steak and Shake. I think there's a Fazoli's right around here somewhere. Arby's. Though I've heard tell that the Fazoli's might be going under. The one in Festus went under a while back, and there's Chick-fil-A. I hear that the one in Cape Girardeau is closing too. So it might not be a good time to be Arby's, or Fazoli's rather. It's always good to be Arby's. They have the meats. There's the Hobby Lobby. Oh, I've been dragged around that store a few times. You know what I mean, fellas. Oh, you're building something here. That could be anything. That could be a bank. It could be a gym. It's hard to say. You look off this direction, you get a little bit of rural feeling still. The river's pretty far away. The Mississippi, that is. And Highway 61, 67 here. How's the AR doing? Yeah, it's pretty close. It's the Hobby Lobby where I am. And man, this is the 3rd plus battery. If I do any more flights today, I'll be on the regular batteries. And we've been recording 13 minutes and we're still over half. No complaints, no qualms with recommending the Mini 4 Pro or the Mini 5 Pro or the Mini 4K. All three of the ones I've got, I really have nothing to complain about. At their price points, they are excellent pieces of hardware. Okay, so we were able to see the Arnold water tower from Imperial. Can we see any Imperial stuff from Arnold? That's not the Imperial exit. It'll be hard to tell for sure. Yeah. Tough to say. But either way, good stuff. I didn't really have a thought there. I just kept saying words. We can cut that. Or not. That's up to you, Edit Room Dejan. A nice field here by the Walmarts. The Mallmarts. Somewhere over here, I think, is Costco. Sam's Club is farther up north. I think Costco is in Arnold proper. One of these buildings, I believe, is Costco. This is Kohl's, right next to the water tower. Should we play Count the Air Conditioners? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't want to play this game. There's a lot of air conditioners. What do we got here? Mattress Firm. If you've never seen the Fat Electrician's video about mattress stores, it's worth the watch. Interesting theory. AT&T, all kinds of mess. It's a pretty good sized town. Again, I've already put the population up for you. My guess is going to be like 70,000. So you're either going, wow, live in the moment, Dejan, you're so smart, or unsubscribe. One of those things. There's Harbor Freight. We got the car wash. Can I get to the car wash from here? Yeah, I think I totally can. I'm a member of the club car wash. We'll get this thing cleaned up a little bit. That'll be good. Alrighty. That seems like a good as time as any to end it. Got to get our tower back in view. Look at it. How blue it is and not green. Anyway, that'll do it for Arnold, Missouri. Thanks for watching Dejuan's Aerial Quad channel, and I do hope I see you next time.